Okay, we're back, y'all. Let me get my wipes ready. I need those. This is 24 hours later. We're all cured, ready to accessorize or level up our geode. This is a tip in a way I'm gonna mix while we talk. This is a way for you to level up your geode. This looks beautiful as it is, and I'm sure it would sell easy, no problem. But what we're about to do will allow you to take this to the next level, a level that you see a lot of finished products from very prominent artists. I actually learned a lot of these tricks from Dion Kapoor's. I don't know if you've ever seen her videos, but she does geodes, and her geodes, man, they are out of this world, breathtaking. So if you ever want to see a high-end artist pour a geode, look her up, because I'm telling you, it's crazy. It'll blow your mind. But what we're going to do today is we're going to use metallic powder. We're going to add some veining. We're going to use the same metallic powder, and we're going to highlight our crystals with a silver, and this silver will like float. I'm going to heat it up, and it's going to bring little particles to the top and really make it pop more. Same thing when we do our veining on here. But another way to do veining too and have more control is using chrome pens. So we're going to use the chrome pens, and we're going to add some silver veining on here too. But then I'm going to show you what really takes it to the next level. And it involves a syringe. That is why I am mixing this resin, because we're going to add some glitter lines, not just silver vein lines, but we're going to add some glitter lines using a chunky glitter mixed with some silver and some of the iridescent white that I showed you I sprinkled on top of the glass and on here, that in the sun it just brings it, gives it that little pop of sparkle that makes it even more enjoyable to look at and experience. Something else I want to talk about in the prep stage, you know, I laid these down first, and you can see under the crystals there's no bleeding of purple. It's not flowed up underneath or melted, anything like that under my crystals. You don't see that purple color that's invaded. And that is because I drizzled the resin on top, and I did that in my prep stage. So it cemented all this down, and it gave it a little barrier so this purple won't bleed up underneath the crystals. It still has a clear under there that allows it to stand out on its own. So that's another reason that we take the extra time in prep, because it really does matter. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep stirring this just for another minute or so to make sure that it's all good. And then I'm gonna pour some in a cup. I'm gonna add a little bit of powder, but I also am gonna use regular 99% isopropyl alcohol with some of the silver powder. That's what's gonna let that float when I highlight my crystals. My veining, I'll use some resin, but not very much, because I really prefer to use the chrome pens, and I'll show you why. In fact, I'm gonna let this resin, I'm gonna let it sit just a minute while I show you the chrome pens and why these are better to use than any other method. So I'm gonna wipe this down, make sure there's no dust on here. All looks good. I'm gonna take my paper towel and dry it. And this is not the last stage, y'all. We're close, because once I add all this, I shake up my chrome pen. Once I do all of the, veining and the glitter lines and all that, I'm gonna let it sit again overnight. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do a top coat. That's gonna protect my chrome veining that I put on, so it doesn't, get smudged or fade away or anything like that. So I'm gonna add another top coat to protect everything once I'm completely finished. So, see, chrome pen, right? And let's say I said, oh no, I didn't really want that there. I can take a baby wipe. Guess what? How easy is that? So you don't have to feel intimidated that, oh my gosh, if I put it down, I'm stuck with it there. No, this gives you a relaxation. It reduces the anxiety, because it can be intimidating. Let's not joke about that. So I'm just gonna follow some of these lines and start creating veins. And maybe this one has a little that comes off by itself there. So I'm gonna come on here. And you can see the difference already, right? How it just adds that little extra to it. And maybe this is just a little vein line that's added there. Okay, so you get the gist of what that looks like. Now, if you wanted to do this with resin, in your color pour, you could take a cup, put some metallic in it, use your stick, whatever you mixed everything with. So you mixed up your silver metallic powder, right, in your resin, and you just take your stick and just let a line drip. That's how you create veining with your resin, if you want to do it that way. This, with the chrome pen, is a little more controlled. You have the say over it. If it doesn't look good or you don't like how it looks, you can take it down. Take it off. All right, stay. So, I don't like this. Oh no. Guess what? Maybe you think you waited too long. Just spray some alcohol. And look, gone. Just like that. So, don't be afraid to try things and see. Test it one way. If you don't like it, try it a different way. So, you saw how easy it was for me to get rid of that? Boom, done. So, all right, let's add some more of these vein lines. Let's draw one along here. Like that. And I take it down. And maybe we have one that goes over this way. And maybe we have one that comes along here. And maybe it comes across and connects and goes down. And maybe we have just a little one that comes in and joins that one. So you can see, just by adding that already elevates your piece, right? It makes it look more of a natural stone, because when you open an amethyst, when you look at a geode, you see those vein lines in there, right? So that's a way to add that. Now, I want to get this metallic powder, and where's my little cup? Where's my little spoon? Here we go. I'm just gonna use my little stick. And let me tell you, this powder does not take a whole lot at all. It goes a long way, trust me. So just a little bit in the cup. You can see there's not hardly any at all in there. And then I have my isopropyl alcohol that I use for my alcohol inks when I'm doing my coasters that I do. And I'm just gonna put some alcohol in here. See that? It's not even mixed. And then I have, oh, not that one, where's the other one that I had? Yo, my stuff is walking away. All right, I had a paint, oh, here it is, right in front of my face, imagine that. So I have a paintbrush, and look, I didn't even have to stir it, it's already mixed. So I'm gonna load up my paintbrush, and I'm gonna just let it, I'm gonna move it around here, up on, and you can use a varnish, a clear varnish to do this too, but I kind of want it on top. Let it just naturally go down and around. All where it wants. So you can see just kind of press my paintbrush against the side and like kind of wring it out some. I'm actually going to turn this so I can see the other side because I don't want to stand up and lean over. So I'm going to turn it. That's another reason it's great to do this after it's set for 24 hours because you can turn it. And I will tell you, alcohol evaporates. So keep that in mind. All right, just gonna keep going around, adding under the bottom. So the sun will pick that up around the edge here. And I just have paintbrushes that I use with my acrylics. When you get done, you can, wash this out. It'll be fine to use again for whatever. And I really want to. Now I want to get these over here. Over this crushed glass too. And I'm going to do it around even the edge. And I'm going to let it run down. Doesn't matter. Because I want this to add more shimmer and shine and extra definition. Okay, let's do this side. Probably should have let some of that alcohol evaporate a little. You see the difference? Because I'll let some of the alcohol evaporate before I started doing these at the end. So it's a little thicker, more metallic. I'm just patting my brush against the crystal and let it naturally flow down. right, again, I'm gonna flip this so I can get these areas. And you see all I'm doing is pushing the brush against the crystal. Just like that. There. All right. I don't care if this runs down the back, it's fine. Because I'm gonna paint and clean up the sides anyway. I like gluing some of these crystals around the edge on the frame here, and then I'll take acrylic or something and paint the outside. Sometimes I even use like I won't say it's a diamond wrap, but it has like crystals on a ribbon. I'll have to show that to you in a different video. But you see the difference, right? It kind of like highlights the crystals where they were just kind of covered. All right, so I'm gonna set this. Let me set this over here to the side so it's out of the way. I'm just gonna wipe my brush off for now. And now, let's get into the fun part, okay? And this is really the game changer, because a lot of people have asked, how do you get glitter to not just spread out when you put it down, right? So this is a trick on how to do that. I have my resin. Make sure, I'm gonna stir it for a minute, make sure it's all combined. It's all clear, I don't see any issues. So, I am going to pour a very small amount. You're gonna see. This is how you get this to work so it doesn't spread. There's not very much resin in that cup. And what I'm fixing to do is load down I really want to pack in my glitter. That is what keeps it from spreading when it's poured out. Oop. Sorry about that. I'm gonna add some silver, not a lot of silver. I don't want it to overtake it. I'm gonna add some of the iridescent white. Okay. And now, where is my, well, I'm just gonna use the stick. Now, I'm gonna stir this. I'm gonna need a lot. Look, see how loose that is? I don't want it that loose. I need more glitter. Definitely need more glitter in there to thicken it up. And do this a little at a time, because I'm not using a fast cure resin, so I don't have to worry. Okay, so that was a little, all right, see how it's like really clumpy? I don't want that. So I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more resin. This is definitely a balancing act, okay? So I added a little bit more resin, and I'm gonna stir. I really wanna make sure that it's all mixed together. All right, still need just a little, just a tad more. All right, that should do it. All right, that's better. And I'm smashing it down, stirring it around. I really want to make sure that it's all incorporated. So I'm scraping the bottom, I'm scraping the sides. And I want to make sure that it's a paste is really what you're looking for. All right, see that? It's a paste, and that's what I want. Now here comes the fun part. Are you ready? I'm going to take this plunger out. I'm going to, well, I would rather do it like this. Put the glitter into the syringe. Get it all in there. All right. Y'all, this is such an amazing tip. I tell you, it is a life changer for geodes. All right, it's the last little bit, and I can always mix up more, right? Okay, so I'm gonna set this cup aside. We'll set my stirrer aside. I'm gonna take my syringe. Now, I want to do this with a cup there. All right. See, just like a nurse, I'm tapping it down. And I'm going to push up until I have my glitter at the very top. See that? Perfect. Now, I think I want to do a line from here to here. And I'm just gonna slowly push and drag the syringe. Wow. Gosh dog it, I knew this was gonna happen. I got a different syringe than I normally use because they were out of stock. And this opening is super tiny. So, and take two. Push it back down. Okay, so I said I'm gonna draw. I'm just gonna slide this. Dagnabbit. All right, my glitter is too thick. Y'all, I tell you, this piece has been a challenge. A challenge and a half for sure. All right, let's see if we can do it this way. So I'm just going to use the end of my paintbrush and put it on like so. Man, I'm so bummed this didn't work like I wanted. I knew I should have waited till I got those other syringes. But I've been telling y'all, I'm doing this geode, I'm doing this geode. I promise it's coming. I didn't want to wait. All right, I'm getting my hands dirty. I want you to get a picture of what a glitter line will look like and how it actually really does make a huge difference. And it would be so much more uniform and beautiful if it came out of the syringe like it was supposed to. Wow, y'all. I am like so sad. Oh well. I hope you get the gist of what I'm trying to show you. And really the difference that this makes. Y'all. Wow. All right. Do y'all see this little line? It's supposed to be so cute. I'm just gonna leave him there. What I'm gonna do is I'm just going to, I need a different cup. Oh shizzle, a different cup. I'll just put it in here. I'm just gonna add. Gonna pour some resin in there. I'm just gonna stir this. This is gonna spread, I know, but there's not a lot I can do about it. So, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna start here. I'm going to join them where they're not joined. So you see how it's spreading out? That's what I was trying to avoid. And that's what, and I'm just gonna scrape you off. Goodbye. Goodbye. Nice knowing you. Okay. So you can see, I'm gonna wipe this off while it's still wipeable. You can see what I was trying to show you and failed. Well, that's okay. Sometimes from failures we have happy little accidents. Isn't that what Bob Ross says? All right, so let's pour a line here. All right, man, I am so disappointed. I am super sad. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some around here just because why not at this point, this little accent. But the 3 tips. And let me tell you one thing else too I meant to say at the beginning of this video. If you don't want your colors marrying or dancing together like these did, the best way to prevent that is to only use 2-3 colors at the max. And then you spread and you leave a big gap between them. So it lets it level on its own, and they will join together. I would pour those colors like that, leaving the space, and then after 45 minutes or so, come back, and if they're still not joined together, just like we did with the stick, gently introduce them. Hi, how are you, neighbor? Nice to meet you. Just like that. All right, we'll finish adding this around. So, this was a geode, and The syringe was my Uber Pro tip for you. That failed. So sorry about that one. But it happens to everyone, right? Anyway, there it is, y'all. That is a step-by-step geode. This is how you can dress it up, or as we ladies like to say, we accessorize, right? You add shoes, you add a purse, you add jewelry. That's what we're doing to this geode. That was just colors and crystals. It was missing its bling. So we brought some bling. I showed you how you can do it easy with a chrome pen. So there we have it, y'all. That is my amethyst geode slash worm line. But what can you say? That is what it is. Can't help that. I hope you liked this. I hope you learned something. Leave me a comment. Make me feel better. Did you learn anything? Which of the tips did you like best? Did you like the metallic powder? The alcohol around it? Did you like the chrome pen that you can erase and change and add if you need to? Do you like the chunky glitter that adds more dimension to your piece? What was your favorite trick? Again, I apologize. This is not what I wanted you to see, but hopefully y'all learned from my mistake and know, don't buy the shot syringes. Watermelon shots. That would be good in there. These syringes. Don't you think? Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you learned something. Again, I apologize. It did not work like I wanted it to. But this is a way to dress it up and take your regular geodes to the next level by adding veining, some glitter lines, and I did say I was going to add a little more of the iridescent glitter on top, just a smidge. So when that sun hits it just right, it adds that little extra sparkle. And tomorrow I'm going to come back and see if I can salvage this. We'll see. We shall see, won't we? Alright, I'm going to brush this off. Another good reason I keep paint brushes, makeup brushes, all that handy. So if there's any little extra stuff, I can just brush it away. Alright, y'all. So that's where we're at. An amethyst geode. Remember to like, subscribe if you haven't, because I have other fun videos coming up too. Hopefully that don't fail like this. Make sure you like, you subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and share this with someone who may be having issues or who is just starting out, that is overwhelmed like we were. I know I was very overwhelmed when I started. The more we share it, the more people that view it, the more people this can reach and help. So until next time, happy arting. Ta-ta for now.